Well, a very good morning from Phuket, and today we are going on a road trip. Now, as some of you may already know, normally when I go away anywhere, I tend to go on my motorbikes. At the moment, I have some friends over in Phuket that are staying here. Now, Roberto is originally from Italy, a town just outside of Pisa, and of course Pisa in Italy, very well known for the Leaning Tower. He's over here with his wife Guy, who is originally from Thailand. Now, they've been married 24 years actually yesterday, and I happened to mention to them the other day that I'd got to go and renew my visa stamp sometime this month, and the guy suggested that they'd like to come along because it gives Roberto a chance to see a little bit more of Thailand. So what we've decided on is to hire a car, simply because when we go away, of course, we've got Shadow and we need somebody to look after Shadow. Now, normally what happens is Nat's mom normally takes care of Shadow, but unfortunately this time she's busy and she can't come from Pornrang to Phuket to take care of Shadow, which means we have to take Shadow along because we don't have anybody else to look after her. So Shadow's going to be going along with us on a little bit of an holiday. What I originally wanted to do was actually go down to Stoon, or that way, the southern part of Thailand, because it's very beautiful down there. It's less touristy, unlike Phuket. There's some beautiful islands. In particular, I was hoping to visit Khao Lak, which is somewhere that I've wanted to visit for some time, but I haven't been able to get to Khao Lak as yet. But unfortunately, because we've got Shadow with us, of course we need to stay in pet-friendly hotels, and there are some, believe it or not, over in Thailand. And while I'm away, I need to cross over the border to renew my stamp. So Stoon would make an ideal place to visit because it's not too far from the Malaysian border, and I could cross over and come back. Now, unfortunately in Stoon there is only one hotel that accepts dogs or pets, and the dates that we need to go on, unfortunately, they're fully booked. So we've decided not to go to Stoon and Pornrang. Instead, we're going to Ranong. Now, of course, some of you will know I've been to Ranong many times, so I'm not going to be covering my actual crossing over the border and coming back because I've already done that. That's not what this video is about. What we are going to be doing is spending one night in Ranong. Now, for those of you who don't know where Ranong is positioned, it's northwest of Phuket, off the island on the mainland of Thailand. It's in a very beautiful area surrounded by national parks. So we're going to check out a few things that you can see and do in Ranong. If you decide you want to visit Ranong, this is going to be helpful for you. And then on the way back from Ranong, we are going to be spending one night in Khao Lak. Now, a few of my subscribers have been asking me when I'm going to do a video on Khao Lak. Well, that time is now, because part of this video is going to feature Khao Lak. As I said, we're staying one night in Khao Lak. We've managed to get a hotel, a really nice hotel from what I've seen of the pictures, that we can stay in with Shadow. So we're going to be checking out the beach in Khao Lak. We're going to check out some accommodation. Of course, we're going to do the shops. I'm going to try and see if there's a market. I know there's a market in Khao Lak. Hopefully it will be on the night that we're staying in Khao Lak. So again, we're going to check out the market and see what that's like and things to do in the area of Khao Lak. Now, at the moment, I'm waiting for the company to deliver the hire car. We've actually hired a car through a friend of my wife's who knows somebody who's got a hire car company. We've managed to get a really good deal on the car. We're paying 1,000 baht a day. This car's got unlimited mileage, so we are free to go outside of Phuket. Now, it's quite important to know that if you intend to hire a vehicle in Phuket, some of the companies may put a restriction on either the mileage or where you can go with the car. So just bear this in mind. If you're planning on going outside of Phuket, you need to let the company know. Once the company delivers the car, I'm going to go around the vehicle with my video camera just to make sure there's no existing damage on the car, and if there is, I can record it and show that it was there beforehand, so that when I return the car on Wednesday lunchtime, there shouldn't be any issues with getting the deposit back. Of course, this is something that you must do, and I would strongly recommend you do, no matter whether you're hiring a car or a motorbike. I suggest you either take pictures or, better still, video of any pre-existing damage on the vehicle. Okay, well, the car's just arrived. It's literally pulling up outside now. That's outside. So you're going to speak to the guy we're renting it off. Now I will include all the details in the description down below as regards renting the car, where we rented it off, the phone number, etc. So if that's something you're interested in doing, renting a car, I will let you know during the progress of the video how I get on with the car, etc., and how I found the rental. That's going to sort out the paperwork. Well, basically all I need is a photocopy of my license, which is inside. Obviously the deposit and the money for the car itself. As you can see, there's a mark there, so I'm just going to point this out on the video. There's a mark on the front bumper. So this is where you need to walk around the car, just make sure there is no obvious damage on it, any dents, any scratches, anything like that. You need to make a note of it. This saves any problems when you return the car, of course. Okay, so petrol in the car is at a full tank at the moment, and we have to return it with a full tank, which is pretty standard, to be honest. Whether it's a car or a motorbike, it'll be the same. Now again, if you're renting a vehicle over here and you have a foreign license, you need to have an international driving permit to be legal. If you don't have that, you're stopped with the police. They can refuse to accept your license. They may even fine you. And again, if you're involved in any type of accident, the insurance company may ask to see your license. As I say, if you don't have the international driving permit, they can refuse to cover you on the insurance. Now, just something I want to quickly mention. The guy hasn't actually taken the deposit. They told us it was a 3,000 baht deposit. Now, I don't know whether that's because it's a friend of Nat's or not. Nat's not quite 100% sure, but he hasn't. All he said that if we should, hopefully we won't, but if we should have an accident, then of course we're going to have to pay the 3,000 baht deposit. Okay, well, we're going to now load the car up, get ready to set off, and then we shall go up and pick up Roberto and his wife from their accommodation, and then we shall start to make our way up towards Ranong. So I will catch you in a little while. Lots of stuff here for Shadow. Okay, well, we've packed the car. We're just going to get Shadow in. We're taking her for a quick walk before we go in the car. So now we're going to set off. So let's go to Ranong. Okay, well, we're all aboard. We've got Roberto here. Say hello, Roberto. We have Shadow in the back there, as you can see. She's finding this a very new experience. Guy in the back with Nat. Nat will be taking over the camera work because of course I'm driving, and we're trying to make our way now off the island of Phuket. As you can see, stuck in traffic. This is one of the reasons why I don't have a car and prefer a motorbike, because of the traffic. Right, I think we're about to start to move, so I'm going to say bye-bye for now. I'll be back shortly. Well, we've just stopped at the Shell petrol station, which is the last petrol station that you come to before you leave the island of Phuket, go over the Saracen Bridge. Now, this petrol station is one that I visit quite regular on the motorbike. We've stopped here to give Shadow the chance to have a bit of a stretch around. Now, she's not been in a car before, so today's her very first experience of that. I wasn't sure how she would be, but she's been very good in the car up to now. No car sickness or anything like that. So we've just stopped here. We're going to have a quick coffee before we leave the island of Phuket. Let Shadow have a bit of a stretch, make sure she doesn't need the toilet. We're going to pop into Tiny To Go Coffee. I'm going to have a green tea because I really like the green teas here, a hot green tea. The plan is to make our way now slowly up to Ranong this afternoon. I know there's a really nice hot spring in Ranong, so we're going to try and go there tomorrow because apparently it's one of the best ones in Thailand that I found out, because it doesn't have any sulfur whatsoever. So we're going to go there. It looks absolutely amazing, I've got to be honest. So once we leave Ranong, we're going to make our way back down to Khao Lak and then check out Khao Lak's centre, the shopping. We're going to also have a look at Khao Lak's beaches. If there's a market on, we're going to check the market out. Accommodation, of course. I will cover both accommodations that we're staying in. As I say, we're staying in some pet-friendly hotels. So that's going to be interesting to see what these hotels, they both look very nice. So I will be doing that. I don't know whether I'll have time this evening to cover the accommodation or whether I'll film it first thing in the morning, because it may be dark by the time we arrive in Ranong. We're not exactly sure where we're going to stop. It's a beautiful road going up to Ranong. So I've said many times on the motorbike, it's a fantastic road leading up to Ranong because it runs right next to the Khao Lak National Park, which is just stunning. So the scenery is just amazing going up there. There's no real plan today what we're exactly going to do. All we're doing is making our way steadily up to Ranong. Well, we're just coming now into Khao Lak. I've got camera lady Nat working the camera because of course I'm driving. So we will be coming back here tomorrow. We're not staying tonight in Khao Lak, however we are staying here tomorrow night. So I'm going to do a bit of filming around here, show you the area of Khao Lak, the beaches. This is a fantastic place to come and visit or even stay. Well, this evening we've come down to a restaurant called Kiyong Lay. Now this is a seafood restaurant right on the edge of the coastline at Ranong. Quite a large restaurant. On the journey down I asked Nat if she would look online to find a restaurant that we could go to, because of course we've got Shadow with us. We can't leave her at the hotel unattended because obviously she's in a strange place, and if we go out and leave her then she's not going to understand what's happening and she may do some damage in the room or something like that. So of course the hotel prefer you not to leave your dogs unattended. Now this restaurant allows dogs to come in on the premises as long as they don't cause any problems with customers, etc. So we've got Shadow just over the back there. Well, the food's just coming out. I have to say it looks really nice. Okay, now what do we have here? This is spicy crab?
Spicy crab with water ball.
With vegetable, yeah?
Yes.
And
this
one?
Squid.
Squid.
With garlic.
With garlic. Squid with garlic.
Kale.
This
Oyster
is
sauce.
kale with oyster sauce.
Yes.
This is crispy pork with kale in an oyster sauce, I know. And this one is king prawns. In batter. Yeah, okay. Looks very, very nice.
And this one you take before?
Yes. And that one is
Crab.
deep fried crab balls.
Yeah.
Well, this restaurant's positioned right on the shoreline at Ranong. And just over the water there you can see Myanmar. Now Guy keeps pestering me to have one of these king prawns. So I'm not a big lover. Anybody that knows and follows my channel will know I'm not a big lover of seafood, but I'm going to give these a whirl. Okay, let's have a go. Yeah, very nice. Good. Very good. She's doing very well, look there, she's behaving herself for a change. She's listening to what she's being told. Now it is very quiet here this evening, not many people in. We are a little bit late. This restaurant closes at 10 o'clock and it's about 8:45 at the moment. But the food that we've ordered and the food that I've tried is very, very nice. Good flavour. Quite surprised for such a large restaurant, because sometimes you find the larger restaurants like this, the food quality isn't that good. But I have to say this one's really good. Food tastes really nice. Well, a very good morning from the Daranee Resort here in Ranong. Yesterday evening we didn't arrive until quite late and it had already gone dark. We had to do a few extra stops because of course we're travelling with Shadow. So we arrived a little bit later than we expected. So I didn't have chance yesterday to film the accommodation where we're staying at. In a moment we're going to go and have a look at the accommodation here at the Daranee Resort. Now this resort comprises of, I suppose you'd call them bungalows slash chalets. We have paid 700 baht a night, including breakfast for this accommodation, and they do allow pets, so of course we're staying with Shadow. Now the resort itself is set back just off the main road that runs through the centre of Ranong. I will put all the details down in the description, so if you're interested in staying here, you're coming to Ranong and you're interested in staying here, have a look in the description. That'll have all the details of the name, etc., and where you can book it. I actually booked it through bookings.com because I was looking for a pet-friendly hotel. So this is the front of the resort. It's set on a nice quiet side, set back off the main road. Now the main road is just literally a minute along this road here, and then that is the main road that runs straight into Ranong. We're roughly 5 kilometers from the centre of Ranong. The accommodation comprises of what I would say or describe as bungalows slash chalets. Now the reception, I believe, I thought it was here yesterday evening and the gentleman that greeted us did come out of this building, but I think the reception is down the bottom, as you will see in a minute. Once we'd moved down to the chalet that we've been allocated, the owner came up to greet us. Lovely lady that owns it, and this resort is actually for sale at the moment, so if there is somebody watching the video that would be interested in buying this, I believe it's 12 rai of land and she's asking 23 million baht for the resort. I will double check with Nat how many chalets stroke bungalows there are on this site. I think she said 13, but I may be wrong on that, so I'm going to double check with Nat in a moment. So as you can see, they're like wooden chalets is best describing them, rather than a bungalow, because a bungalow of course is normally brick built, but these are wooden built. Very, very pretty. There's a carport or motorbike, if you want to park your motorbike, next to every one, which I thought was great. Very, very quiet setting. Had a very good night's sleep last night. Now I did find the beds a little bit firm, I'll be honest with you, but apart from the bed being firm, I have no other complaints about the accommodation. I prefer a little bit softer bed. Now I've just quickly checked with Nat and she said there's actually 14 chalets here on the resort. Now I'm going to film Roberto's accommodation rather than ours, because as you can imagine our stuff's all over the place and we've got Shadow in there as well. It's going to be easier to film this accommodation, but they're virtually identical. I think the only difference is the bed style. So you've got the carport, you've got the front porch where you can sit and have some food or breakfast, or you've got the rear entrance as well. There's outside light when you come back in the evening. As you can see, there's a nice table and chairs outside. We've actually sat outside with Roberto and Guy this morning and had breakfast. Now breakfast is included, as I say. Okay, I'm going to go in and show you the accommodation. So you've got one main room. So we have a large double bed. There is also a fan on the wall, which I found very good, because a lot of places just have air conditioning and not the fan, but this has both a fan and air conditioning. As you can see, there is an air conditioning unit there. Flat screen TV. Of course, there's Wi-Fi on the resort. So we have a fridge, basic accommodation, but it's 700 baht a night, so it's not expensive. Back entrance to the carport. A small dressing table there. Bedside lamp. And of course the bathroom. So we have a toilet, sink and shower unit. Overall, not bad accommodation. As I say, I personally found the bed in our chalet a little bit firm for sleeping. So just bear that in mind. If you are going to stay here, you may find the beds a bit firm. So overall, I was pleasantly surprised with the accommodation. For 700 baht a night, including breakfast. Not bad a breakfast at all, because some places in Thailand, especially when you're further away from the more commercial areas, you find you get a very, very basic breakfast, consisting really of like a bowl of rice soup in the morning or something very, very basic. But the breakfast was very nice here. Just going to have a little wander down the bottom, the main building at the bottom. I don't know whether this is a restaurant, the breakfast area. We took breakfast on our balcony, mainly because we've got shadow and it saves us having to bring her down here. I can see some people now taking breakfast in this area. Now I presume this area is where you're going to come down and take breakfast, also where you would check in. I think this is the main sort of check-in area. Because we arrived quite late, we didn't have to come here and check in. She just acknowledged that we were here and then said we'd sort it this morning, which we've done. She's taken a copy of our passports, ID card, etc. Okay. Bloody cab. Okay, so the area also goes into here. There's a larger seating area in here as well. So quite a big area actually, a bit bigger than I was expecting. There's an area behind the main building at the bottom with fish ponds, etc. So quite a nice area. Now I'm going to make my way back up to the chalet, see what Nat's doing, see if she's all sorted now. She was taking a shower while I've been doing this filming. Now, first job for me today is I need to go and renew my stamp. Now I won't be covering that today because, as I've said earlier in the video, I've already covered this a few times, so I don't need to do that. So if you're interested in that, I will link some videos that you can go and have a look at. Then once we've done that, we're going to come back into Ranong, have a look around Ranong, because we didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. Then we're going to go over to, there's 2 hot springs in Ranong, and apparently they're supposed to be very, very good. Some of the best hot springs in Thailand. So I've heard on the internet, I don't know, but apparently they are. They don't contain any sulfur apparently here in Ranong. So we're going to go over and take a look at that. We're not quite sure what the plan is for today. We're sort of just going to go with it and see where we end up. We want to go and take a look at the beach here, because there are some really nice beaches around this area, as well as the national park. So this area really, if you want to explore Thailand and see the more natural Thailand rather than the commercialized Thailand, then Ranong is a great place to start, because it's not over commercialized. There is a little bit of commercialization, but it's only a very small amount. You're not going to find the same things that you would do in Phuket. So this makes a great place to come if you want to see the more authentic Thailand, shall we say. Well, we've just arrived at one of 2 hot springs that are located in Ranong. Hopefully this is going to be the larger one out of the 2. There is a small one and then there's a larger one, and I'm hoping this one is going to be the larger one. Now Nat's going to have to wait outside with Shadow because we've asked, and unfortunately they won't let us take the dog inside, which I understand. There's no problem there. So I'm going to go inside, do a bit of filming now. I think what I'm going to do is just have a wander around, sort of get my bearings first to see what's exactly here. Okay, we've got a sign here. So it looks like they've got a total of 6 springs. I'm not quite sure whether these are meant to illustrate the springs. So those hot tubs for washing. So I would presume that you would wash yourself off with this water first of all before you go bathing in the bigger pools, the mineral hot springs. We have another one here as well. Let's just have a look. This one is at 40°C. Clean your body and feet every time before using the pool. Don't soak your body for more than 10 minutes. We just... Oh yes, that feels lovely. Really, really nice. Okay. Yeah, good, eh? Yeah, I can feel on my hand. Very nice. Very nice. Good temperature. Yeah. Okay. I might have to dip my feet in there in a little while once I've done a bit of filming. I'll go around first and do the filming, I think. Unfortunately, Nat's, as I mentioned, Nat's had to wait outside. Another one of those pools. This one also 40°C because of we having shadow with us. Oh, again, really nice temperature that feels. The water temperature in these larger pools is actually cool. It's not warm at all. I've just tested it with my hand and it's sort of, it's cold. So that's cold water that's in there. So it's only the tubs that have the hot water. Now the admission charge we've just paid was 100 baht per adult, and that is for a foreigner. She's also charged us 30 baht for the car, and then the Thai people pay, I think Nat said 20 or 30 baht for a Thai person. So if you are a Falang or foreigner, you will pay a little bit more, but I think 100 baht, to be fair, is quite reasonable to come in. It's quite a large area. I can see quite a few of those hot tub where you can go and bathe in the hot water, the hot spring water. Or of course you can use these larger ponds to relax in. If you prefer, maybe go in the hot first and then the cool, or the other way around, whichever you like. I'll be honest, I haven't noticed a shop on site where you can buy any food, snacks or anything like that. So maybe if you're coming here and going to be spending a few hours, might be a good idea to bring along a few drinks, maybe some crisps, snacks, that type of thing. If you've got a family, got children, I'm sure they're going to get hungry. They seem to have massage here as well. Swadee Krap. You do massage?
Massage, Thai massage.
Okay, Thai massage, foot massage. How much is the foot massage?
Foot massage.
Yes, how much?
How much? 30 minutes, 100.
100 baht. Okay, for 30 minutes, 100 baht. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Cop and Cap. Well, that's very reasonable. A lot cheaper than Phuket. That's for sure. Now, I'm not quite sure what this is. Okay. Very nice. Now I'm going to have a little bit more of a wander around because I'm not sure whether there's any more areas to this. So you can also get a massage here, whether it be a foot massage or a Thai massage. Very reasonable prices. There seems to be another one over here as well. You're not allowed to swim in this top one because it says danger no swimming. I presume that the water's very hot in here, that's why they don't want you to swim in here. I can actually see a shimmer on the water from the heat coming off it. It doesn't say what temperature it is. I can't see any sign on this one giving a temperature, but there does actually look like there's a few more of these smaller hot tubs that you can bathe in. I'm just going to make my way down here. Oh yes, very, very nice. Oh, isn't this pretty? Oh, that's really nice. Really nice. So I would say well worth the 100 baht to come in. You could easily spend a few hours here relaxing, especially if you're in a family. Wow. Let's just test out the water. Oh yes. Yeah, I fancy going in here for about 10 or 15 minutes. Oh yeah, that is lovely. Beautiful temperature on that one. Really nice. I can see the signs advise you not to spend more than 10 minutes in them. I presume that is due to the temperature of the water. Not sure, but oh wow. Very, very pretty here. It looks like it stretches back quite a way as well. Another large one. I'm just have a quick water test. Oh yeah, again, lovely temperature. Beautiful. Lovely place to come and relax. Quite a few areas to swim in. You can see another large area down there. I presume you're allowed to swim there as well. There's no signs to say you can't. Beautiful. I'm not sure whether they have accommodation here, because I can see what looks like chalet type bungalow style accommodation here, so whether they've got accommodation as well here on offer. I'm going to try and find out. But actually larger than I thought, so this is definitely the larger one out of the two. Now I will put all the details in the description down below, so do go and check that description. The names, where it's located, etc. So if you're coming here, it's going to make it a little bit easier for you to find. But wow, very, very pretty, well worth a visit. 100 baht admission per person, very reasonable. Now it definitely looks like they have accommodation here. I don't know where you need to go to find out about the prices, but there is some, what looks to be some very nice accommodation here. Maybe this is reception, I'm not quite sure. Okay, I've just been talking to the lady about the accommodation. Really, I ought to learn Thai, to be honest, because I've been here 3 years. I do speak a little bit, but not very much Thai. And of course, Nat, as you know, is outside taking care of Shadow, so a bit difficult to sort out what the exact price for the accommodation. But they have accommodation here in the national park. It's up to 3 people that can stay in the accommodation, and it works out at 900 baht per night. Okay, well the ladies very kindly allowed me to take a look at the accommodation. So this is what you would get for 900 baht. Covers up to 3 people to stay in here. So we're just going to go and take a quick look inside. Just bear with me while I take my shoes off. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so we have a nice large bed. Fantastic view from the balcony, I must admit. Oh yeah, very, very nice. Very relaxing in the evening. So that's a very nice view. Okay, so we've got a small fridge. We have TV, air conditioning, tea or coffee making over in the one corner. Nice size bed, quite large. I'm not sure if there was 3 people staying here where the 3rd person would stay. I don't know whether this particular room just suits for 2 people. The lady didn't say. I'm just going to take a quick look in the bathroom. Okay, so we have a toilet, your standard sink, mirror and a nice shower. Nice accommodation, very nice. It's not massive, it's not a huge accommodation, but for 1 or 2 nights this would be very comfortable indeed. I can see they supply flip-flops as well. A nice little touch. Have a wardrobe to hang some clothes. I don't see a safe here in the room, but I wouldn't expect it outside of the big cities, to be honest. You find a lot of the Thai accommodation don't normally supply safes. Some do, some don't. It looks like they've got cable, because I can see this is a cable box. so they will have some channels, maybe 1 or 2 that will be foreign channels. But yeah, very reasonable accommodation, very reasonable for 900 baht. Nice staying in a national park as well, right by these hot springs. Be lovely early evening going and spending a few hours around the hot springs. Now just gonna, okay, see whether I can open the door, take a quick look outside. Oh yes, lovely and quiet. All I can hear is the birds chirping away, and of course the water running down. Wow, very nice indeed. Well, that was very nice of the lady to let me have a look around the accommodation. I have asked her whether it includes breakfast, which it doesn't for 900 baht, but there is somewhere, she said, that you can get food here. Now, I hadn't noticed a shop, but there must be one maybe over there in the distance there, because that's the way she was pointing, that's in front of me. So I'm going to go and take a look at the shop on the way out and see what sort of food they do. So really nice accommodation, 900 baht if you want to stay here at the hot springs. Now I should also mention they do have shower facilities and of course toilet facilities here on site as well. Well, I'm just making my way now back outside. I'm going to go and find Nat, see what she's up to with Shadow. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back into Ranong. We found a restaurant there that will allow Shadow to go inside. They do papaya salad, which as you know I really like, my wife likes. So that's where we're going now. We're going to check out this Somtam restaurant in Ranong, see whether how it compares, should I say, with the Somtam restaurants in Phuket. So let's go and see whether we can find Nat. Looks like they have a shop also selling ice cream and coffee, and I presume this is where you would come in the morning for some breakfast. The lady was pointing over here. So there is a small restaurant as well. Not quite sure what they sell in here. You're going to be able to get some food in here, also some refreshments as well. Now I can hear Shadow barking in the distance there, or murmuring, because she's seen me. So we're going to have a wander over. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yes, she's seen me. Whenever I disappear and come back, she gets all excited. Just over the back there in the shade. Not quite sure why they haven't sat in the car with the air on. And that's got the beach mat out. Whoa, 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 whoa. All excited. Okay, well, we will come back to you shortly once we arrive in Ranong at the restaurant. Now, due to the length of this video at the moment, I've decided to split it into 2 parts. So there is going to be a second part to this particular video. Already the video is quite long and I just simply have way too much footage to be able to include everything all in one video. So do stay tuned for part 2, which will be coming very soon. Now, I would like to take a moment to thank everyone that's bought me a coffee. There is a link down there if you want to buy me a coffee, then that's greatly appreciated. Thank you to all the people that have already done that. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if so, please do remember to give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in knowing more about Phuket and Thailand in general, then please do consider subscribing to my channel. Please do go and check out the description down below. Lots of information in the description that's going to be helpful and useful to you. Well, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, I will catch you on the next one.